Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be application you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in 1 King 22, verses 1 through 53. Now, we see that the king of Israel has many prophets that are prophesying before him and the king of Judah. Now, these prophets might have been friends of the king. They were encouraging the king and in agreeing with everything that he wanted to do. And then, of course, Jehoshaphat realizes that there's something off and they're not like the prophets of God. So he does ask Ahab to send for a prophet of God. Now, when Ahab sends him, he lets him know that he hates him because he doesn't agree with him. He doesn't report good things for him. Now, for the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, for him to realize that something wasn't quite right, that means he was used to hearing prophets that had spoke the words of God, and these prophets of the king of Israel did not sound like that. Now, even though Jehoshaphat felt like something was off with these prophets, even after he heard the words of the prophet of God, he still went into battle with the king of Israel. Now, King Ahab was only worried about himself and his own gain, so he dressed Jehoshaphat up in his uniform and in his royal appear. He put him in his chariot, and that way he would take the fall for him. So basically, King Ahab knew that they were wanting to kill him, and he was willing to let Jehoshaphat take his place in order for him to live. Now, this is not much different than today. We have people that they look out for themselves. And if other people get hurt around them, that's okay, as long as they get what they want and they get what they need. But this kind of attitude will hurt everybody that comes across your path. And if you are not wise, then you may be one of those people that gets hurt because you did not heed the warnings that was given to you. Now, does God entice people to do evil? To understand evil, we must first understand God. God created everything, and he created it to be good. But when man was created, they brought evil. They brought sin into the world. And now God will use the good and the evil both for his purpose. And God hates evil, and there will be a day when he will completely destroy it forever. And God does not antagonize people to do evil. God is in control of everything, but he also allows us to make our own choices. That is called free will. And God is a perfect God, and he has a perfect plan, and he will judge with fairness. But if you already have a evil nature about you, then yes, God may use you to bring about his plan he has for somebody else. And when we started off in 1 Kings, we start at the beginning of this book, we start off with King David, one nation under King David. All of Israel is listening to him, and David was the most devoted king of all history to God. And then we come at the end of the book of 1 Kings with the most wicked king of all of Israel that was passed away as well. Now, we see that when these kings took their leadership role, that The people had forgotten to acknowledge God as being their ultimate leader. And they kind of conform to the lifestyle of their people instead of setting the standards. Now, if we continue to choose wrong, it is going to throw us into a lifestyle of a lot of hurt. And now, when we fail to acknowledge God as our ultimate leader in our lives, then we have taken the first steps towards ruin. May God be with you in everything and every way.